A new year right around the corner, and now's the time to make those resolutions.
But actually sticking to them is easier said than done. And joining us now to offer some advice is Dr. Ricardo Whyte, psychiatrist with Dignity Health Community Hospital in San Bernardino. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. And I know everybody is really interested to hearing what you have to say about this. And one of the most common resolutions people make is to improve their physical health. But that can also start by taking care of your mental health. So tell us more about that.
Thank you so much for having me, David, as well as Colleen. What's interesting is resolutions date back to as far as 4000 BC by the Babylonians. But as recent as 46 BC, Julius Caesar introduced the Julian calendar. Now, January is actually named for the two-faced god. And two faces because he's looking backwards and he's looking forward. So from a mental health standpoint, the key is that as you look back to your past, you don't want to focus on the things that take power away from you. You don't want things that paralyze you. You want to kind of reflect on things that prove that you're resilient and you were able to endure. After all, you did make it. And then as you look forward, yet again, you don't want to be paralyzed by anxiety about what's to come, but you want to focus on outcomes you're actually looking forward to. Both of those are designed to help you actually be present and clear in your present so that you can make good decisions going forward, including knowing what it is that you should actually resolve to do.
Well, that's an interesting way of thinking about it, Dr. Whyte. So why is it so difficult to stick to resolutions, and what is the key to setting yourself up for success?
So, Colleen, the reason it's so difficult is because without fail, your commitment to the resolve is going to be tested. And unfortunately, it's a virtual guarantee that you're going to have to face a distraction of some sort. And that's when at times we tend to fall off. So the key to actually sticking to it is focusing on consistency rather than intensity. How many of us have resolved that we're going to go to the gym, first day we overdo it, and then we're having pain in muscles we didn't know existed, and of course then we fall off.
Yeah.
How about we more focus on consistency? And say, okay, I just want to go each day. I just want to be there 5-10 minutes. But the point is actually being consistent rather than being intense. And that's a good way for you to be more successful and not overwhelm yourself.
Right, that's great advice. Yeah, just a little bit at a time. Yes. Don't overwhelm yourself. So as we go into this new year, Doctor, any final advice for folks thinking about changing their lives for the better? What would you tell them?
As you're going into a new year, you have 365 days of doing something each of those days. So this is a fantastic period to identify what that's going to be for you. For me, last year, it was 5 push-ups a day. Nothing overwhelming, but just committing to that. Guys, I got through half the year. So
that's great.
So that's pretty good.
I'd say.
Yeah, so the idea is work with your health team, make sure you're doing something safe, but what could you be doing each day? And you're going to have gotten 365 cycles of it. So that's what I would recommend. So glad to have been with you today.
It's so great to have you. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, Dr. Whyte. Thanks again for joining us. Dr. Ricardo Whyte, psychiatrist with Dignity Health Community Hospital in San Bernardino.
Doctor looks good, too.
Thank you, Colleen.
No kidding.
Thank you, David.
5 pushes a day. It's working for you, Doctor. Have a great 2024. It's good to see you.